Hi, Chad and Jennifer here with Purple Collar Life. In a previous video, I talked to you about all this junk wood and the mistake that I would never make again. Today we're going to try to solve some of that problem thanks to comments in the previous video. You can see I have emptied all of tote number 1 out here. There's just an absolute mess in the bottom of it. Lots of bark, dirt, mud. We'll get that cleaned out, and then where we emptied that into was the other 2 totes. So we'll take each one of these pieces, and the goal is to see, can we make junk wood salvageable? Can we use this junk wood to burn in the wood stove to give us some heat for the winter? Obviously, it's not going to be as efficient as our good firewood, but I hate to just waste all this. So we'll start a sorting system. We'll pull it out, split it, put it in this tote. Anything that's junk, we're just going to throw in the back of the Ranger, dump it in the woods.
How much gas does it go through?
Not very much at all.
It's just not going to be able to get very much at a time. This is definitely the junkiest wood I've ever seen.
This is definitely also not only the most junky wood Jennifer's ever seen, but the wood that we've handled the most. It got poured out on the driveway by the dump truck. I stacked it in the totes. I had to restack it. Now we've just moved it all out of this tote to clean the tote out and put better wood in it.
This looks like
We could have made that doorway a little bit bigger on the tote. I know some people cut that intersection out. I wanted to keep it for a little bit more support, but it definitely makes reaching in there more difficult. Could have cut one more section out and made the doorway that wide.
Well, typically though, you don't have to get in them like this.
Yeah. We do reach in them though to get the firewood all winter.
Yeah. This looks like someone just scooped dirt and leaves.
Well, I think all this firewood was on the ground for a long time. And a lot of it, you'll see when we're splitting, wasn't even split at all. It's just still rounds. And then if they did split it, they split it one time.
I don't know how much more I can get with a shovel.
Blowers aren't just for summer. So there's the junk wood we've been stacking in the back of the Ranger. We're that far down through the tote we're working on, and that's the wood after splitting. That's pretty good. How do you think it's going so far, Jennifer?
Way slower. We've been doing this for 45 minutes, and usually within 45 minutes you can split an entire section of your rounds.
Yeah. And it feels like a huge time waste because this wood's not even going to burn good. We could be spending this time cutting, splitting, and stacking really good firewood.
I know we try to be frugal and make good decisions, but I feel like we'd have been better off just to chuck all of this wood and...
Yeah. I mean, there is still some decent stuff in there.
Yeah.
You can see this tote looks way better since we've split it and pulled the bark off and blown all the dirt out. Here's what it looks like before you get started.
Yeah, it's
just was a bad purchase.
Just the time factor. Yeah, yep. Lesson learned. Our first wood we ever bought off of anyone, and you know, that guy he wasn't intentionally trying to sell us bad wood. He was trying to get into firewood, and yeah, I don't think he knew any better.
Yep. So we'll keep at it, try to get the rest of that stacked down. I don't know about that tote. That looks like another hour at least of splitting to get that sorted and stacked. But we'll at least get this one done for now. That should fill up the back of the Ranger, and we'll dump that in the woods somewhere.
And we are fortunate. It's the end of December and it's 40 degrees. I probably don't need to have my coat on. I just didn't want to get filthy.
Yeah.
It's so muddy.
A lot of people who are newer to the channel have been asking about the split fire splitter. Yes, it does split both ways. That's one of the things we really liked about it. One of the reasons we decided to go with a split fire splitter. I think it really cuts the time down because you're splitting on the extension and the retraction of that piston with that knife. So we're really happy with the split fire 2265.
Well, and typically my job was to pick the wood up off the ground, put it up here, hold on to it till it split, and now that thing has taken my job.
Yeah, not only is the log lift great for lifting those heavy rounds up, but it gives you all this table space. You've seen in the video, we've just been stacking the rounds there, and then we can split them. I hand the split pieces to Jennifer, and she's been doing a great job stacking in the IBC tote.
Yeah, I think anybody who splits wood every year, would probably, the sooner you buy it, the happier you're probably going to be with it.
Yep. All right, we'll get back to it.
Lot of stuff.
Yeah. But look what a good job you've done here.
Yeah. It's hard though because they're not cut in even lengths.
Yeah. Yep. Look at the back of the Ranger.
Yeah. It's all wasted money and time. Made a mess.
Yeah. So this was not a project we really wanted to do today, but I'm tired of throwing this wood in the wood burner and it not burning, so I wanted to see if we could salvage some of this junk wood. It's actually muzzleloader season right now. You can see I've got my little bit of orange on here. Nobody should be shooting this close to our house, but you never know. We do live in rural Pennsylvania. We live out in the woods. All around us is woods, so always better to be safe than sorry. Wear a little bit of orange when you're outside. So we made a real mess here. We've got junk all over the ground. The entire back of the Ranger is full of junk wood. Some people might have tried to salvage more of that, but in the end, we were spending a lot of time just getting this much wood out of this full tote. So if you recall from the beginning of the video, I moved the junk wood from here into here. That pretty much filled up this tote, and we have now split a half a tote of wood that I'm going to say isn't great wood, but if I mix it in with my great wood, it'll burn. So it's not going to produce a lot of BTUs probably. There might be some good stuff in there. There are some wood species that aren't native to our woods, like this really stringy stuff. I'm not sure what that is. If anybody knows what it is, they can leave a comment down below. I did see some oak in there though, a little bit of oak, not very much, a little bit of maple, but mostly it's wood that we don't usually see around here at our house. And just getting all the bark off and the dirt and the mud off of it, I mean, Jennifer was scooping some of it up here in the IBC tote. There was a couple-inch layer of just dirt. And if you throw that in your wood burner, that's not going to burn, it's just going to put the fire out. So just getting that stuff off will help out being able to salvage this junk firewood. If you like videos like this, give us a thumbs up. Hopefully this project was beneficial, that we got some junk wood into salvaged wood that'll be burnable. If you want to leave a comment down below, we'd appreciate it. And if you're not already a subscriber, click that subscribe button and the bell beside it so that you get notified when we put out new videos. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again the next time.